This part of the sandy plains is a vast sea of sand and rock. Barely any land can survive out here. Vegetation has adapted to hold in water and defend itself with spikes for the durability. And this includes cactus and more. As for organisms out here, they've managed to find another solution to survive out here in the dunes. Evolution in the Monster Hunter world has allowed such creatures like Delics with the ability to swim through sand. Delics spend most of their time surfing in groups of 4 or 5, following larger animals in the hopes of scavenging for leftovers. These are pretty much the dolphins of the sand dunes right here, and you can see why. Look at the top fin right there, and the shape of their bodies. Yes. You can definitely see them leaping over the sand like so, and the way they move in packs. If potentially their lead is too aggressive or too loud, they will have to flee. They are extremely sensitive to sound and must always keep moving due to the rock formations always crumbling around them. This is why they travel like this, for the protection of the pack, even though some Delics are left behind. Hey, what's up? This one's rather curious of me. They both are. Wow, I've never been up this close with Delics before. This is actually pretty interesting. Just running to say hello. Hi. This is. They might not see me as the threat, but maybe as a lead. Alright, what do we have on the list here? Volvidron, cereals, Bishaten burial. Are they giving me beasts at this point? We don't really have to do the beast monsters in this game, do we? Yes? Fair enough. Now then, what's the weapon this time? Wheel of weapons? Huh. That is interesting. At least I have some experience with this thing. We're gonna be doing a hunting more. Let's see if I got this thing figured out. Yep, noisy as ever. Okay. Yeah, sounds about right. Health recovery as stun negated divine protection. These rock formations here are absolutely obscure. In the sandy plain, these rocks are normally like this shape because this place is mostly having a dust storm. Rock is always crumbling everywhere. This is the habitat where mountains do go to die, where all rock is just condensed down into sand. every animal in the sandy plains has either two options if they want to at least survive here. They either number one, rely on speed to get across the sand dunes as fast as possible, or number two, they make themselves hidden from everywhere else, like hiding in caves during the sunlight, and they go hunting at night, because that is the least exhausting way to be looking for food. Most animals here are scavengers, mostly only the small ones, and some here are they just need to be hidden. This is a larger specimen of a monster that also relies on speed in the sandy plains. This is a Volvodon. Its structure is similar to that of an armadillo, but look at the back right there. Instead of scutes sitting on top of the bone plates, Volvodon have this armor called a rickrack, which makes them impervious to heat and fire. It's so strong, it's even resistant against lava in the volcano habitats. Unlike Agnosom and Barath, these insectivores have a tongue that is flexible enough to find its way through Alteroth Mounds or catch Banabra in the air. Yeah, okay. Here's an example of what this thing is capable of. It spat me with an extremely paralytic saliva. This saliva normally comes from its diet of eating Banabra. Banabra in the Monster Hunter world have a parasitic venom that just paralyzes hunters in seconds. And mixing all of that venom in its stomach, it condenses it into a more potent substance. But let's not forget, this thing also eats Alteroth also. And Alteroth, for their defense mechanism, have a repugnant smell to them when they need to retreat. So, you cannot see it now, but this thing can spray like a skunk. And it is nasty, so repulsive that it will literally lose the appetite of monsters. This thing is normally in competition with other animals, and it uses these two things as defense mechanisms to get away from their predator. See? Okay, look at that. That's the skunk move right there. That paralyzing saliva is effective. We're gonna be facing some pretty big animals. Wait, why am I fighting the Kulu? Why am I fighting the Kulu? Again? This insect diet is a complete recipe for disaster if you dare to disturb this cannonball. Make it agitated. Okay, so you see what I mean here? Look at my items, how they're all crossed out. I cannot eat any of them because I have just been stenched with spoiled status. So, in order to get rid of the spoiled status, you need deodorant. Volvodon have these claws for digging out Banabra if they choose to make it easier for themselves. This cannonball form, which they normally take, is mostly used for speed when they want to get away from larger monsters. I'm gonna get really tired of this song. Oh, come on, sharpen. I need help. God damn. Finally. I can stop hearing this thing. Heat resistant shell of a vulva, unaffected even by boiling lava. Yep. Proves my point. What's the weapon gonna be for this one? Please give me... I probably need a blunt weapon for this one. But give me a hammer and no more hunting horn. I've had enough of that sound. Okay. It has blunt attacks too. And I've also had a lot of practice with this one. Sorry, man. Sorry, guys, you're kind of off duty for a while. This one should be hard. Here's something that's got me thinking for a while. These structures right here. These normally were not here before. There used to, I believe, there used to be a civilization here in the sandy plains. I don't know who they were, but I can imagine that something here, something in this environment must have destroyed whatever human society used to live here. Where is... Ooh, found it. While some of the desert species in the sandy plains have the option to run away at the first sight of danger, some monsters also have the choice to hide for avoiding contact with another monster. This Basarios is the perfect example of camouflage. Basarios are rock dragons who grow up in their into their adult stage, being Gravios. This is another insectivore that consumes various minerals to strengthen its durable hide made of rock. Because they're juveniles, Basarios normally bury themselves in the ground, leaving their rock mountain back exposed, looking like a misplaced pile of boulders. Just like with the Volvodon die, they have a bug appetite that allows them to emit flames from their belly vents that can either burn, poison, or put monsters to sleep. It is what the guild would describe as a cauldron of chemicals. some complex chemistry. And look at the two horns it has on the top of its head. Those are used for ramming. Those are used for ramming other dragons if it is feeling agitated. And notice its wings. They're not big. They're not that big used for flying, because if it happens to find itself in a giant crater or a trap, it can use those wings to fly out or for digging. Not all wings are used for flight. Look at its face go. Its cauldron stomach is starting to activate. As you saw earlier, it just fired a lava ball at me. That's when you know that the Basarios is starting to get weaker in its armor. What a fearsome head. It just ran into a Baroth. See, look at that. There it goes with the vents. Those are the heat vents. That's the heat mist right there. Look at the coloration of its body, how it's just made of rock. It's one of the most durable. See, look at that. There's the poison mist. Its back is starting to heat up. That's how you know it's strong. There's nothing like a greatsword to cut a rock in half. You normally don't see Gravio. You don't see any Gravios in this game because they don't get in this far into the game. Either that or the developers just didn't. Either that or the developers just couldn't care less about what they could have done. Ooh, that's a tail. Okay, it's weak. I'm not trapped. But I do have a sleep tooth that'll make it easier. Sleep toe, check. Trank bombs, check. Pebble, trap, check. Wait, oh shit. No, not the energy drink. Thank you. Pitfall trap. One Basarios. Yes, please. Oh, look at all the ore in its back. You can see all the shine on the ore on its back that's been cut out. Another one to go. We're heading back to the flooded forest. Or no, wait. Maybe the shrine ruins are flood forest. Weapons? Which one is it this time? Great sword again. Okay. Guess this is gonna be a quick episode after all. I know I'm using the strong weapons to get past most of these monsters, but trust me, this is gonna be necessary when we're getting to the good stuff. And Sunbreak, that's where things really get cracking. I was coming home from work when suddenly I saw a Pian spinning on its tail, and suddenly, come on, what happened next? Suspense is terrible. It starts spinning around me. Then everything starts spinning. And then I start spinning and meow, I can't stop. Please help. Is this You sound like you're still on the bitch. You sound like you're still on the Pian. Have you just been writing this quest out as you're still on the Pian? Is this a rodeo? How did you even send this to the guild from here? Where are you hiding this time? Shh. Latroth. Draw. There's Ludroth. But what about my actual target? Oh, that's a big one. That's a big rocky. If this was a link right now, I'd be going through the roots and ground. Yeah. Yep, there it goes. I don't normally talk about Fang beasts on these episodes, but sometimes we run into a troublemaker who likes to spit on our face with fruits. The Pian is a feathered fanged beast who is based on the yokai monster called the Tango. Oh. Most misbehaving Pian are males because females normally look after their young. Look at all the fruit. See all these fruits that it's throwing at me. Those are a unique breed of persimmons. Pian are mostly omnivores, but they normally like to feed on these persimmon fruits that it likes to use as food and as a weapon. It keeps these persimmons in its little pouch. See, look at the chest. Look at its chest right there. It keeps its persimmons in those little pouch chests, where it can either store it for later, or age it more to the point where it gets rotten or more hardy. Pian collect a multitude of fruit. From ones that can paralyze, poison, or flash you. Take a look at that tail right though. The tail palm has these little stubs that can help it grab onto walls or wherever it needs, or wherever it wants to go. Its wings are not used for flying, but they are helpful for aerial combat. As you can see here, Bishan are not immune to the persimmon's effects, so when it needs to, it either covers up its nose when using poison, or covering its eyes when using a flash fruit. Anything the Bishan doesn't like to eat, it will simply throw at other monsters. Bishan behavior is mostly devious when they are silly. Oh boy. Okay, maybe Greatsword isn't a good idea with this thing. Aha! One cool thing you can do with the Bishan is that when you hammer to knock it down, you can pick up its fruit, and then you can give it a taste of its own medicine. And if I could, I can grow some of these in my backyard. If only I actually like persimmons. They're my favorite. There's its flash fruit. Make sure you turn away from that when he starts up. Oops. Oh, God. Jumbo fruit in my inventory. It's a great snack for lunch. Delicious. I like it now. Oh my god, oh my god. I got a flash through. Those wings are built to inflict wind pressure. Oh yeah. Oh, what do you know? I guess they can fly. Sort of. I guess they can fly after all. Oh, this again. I don't know how to get out of a stun. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's try this. Classic world style. Come on. Mission complete. Oh yeah, alright, where does that pallet code go? You kitty 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 kitty. You kitty 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 kitty. You kitty 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 kitty. I guess it's lost. It'll be. It's probably gonna be fine. Last one on our list is gonna be on the Frost Islands, which is in here, right? It's in the other quest board. What's gonna be this time? So, how do you guys feel about Lance? I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I am pretty excited for this one. Alright. This is gonna be one of the most. There are a lot of remote work here. And there it is. It's a Barioth. This is one of the most advanced and territorial wyverns of the Frost Islands. A Barioth. Its white coat helps to hide itself amongst the blizzards and snow, and its amber fangs are excellent for slicing through muscle and bone. And okay, I do not know how I was gonna be able to do this for the lance. And that's one of its best moves. It breathes an ice tornado. Look at this gorgeous white wyvern right here. It is a prominent saber-toothed tiger dragon, and it is just gorgeous. You want to be careful with that spiky tail right there, and those wings. Those wings and claws are special for keeping traction on the ice, just to make sure it doesn't slip. Now this is a fast wyvern. The special fact about the Barioth right here is that this is a footed wyvern who is capable of flying. Most footed wyverns are not able to fly, like the Narakuka or the Tyrex, which we will see soon. It's just running off right now. This is one of the few This is the only foot wyvern who is capable of taking off into the air. It has got the most membrane capable of doing so. Its eyes may be half open at the moment, but it can't see. It can't see. And the legs on this thing, it is powerful for leaping at long distances. But look at those fangs right there. Those are magnificent amber fangs. I really do want this thing's armor. Alright, let's just get started with this. Oh man. Oh god. I don't think we've seen Ice Blight in these episodes yet. Ice Blight is the status where Wirebug Gauge regenerates slower than normal. Oh boy. People might gonna say a lot about this, but he is my favorite of the three of the foot wyvern classes. Look at his enraged mode. His eyes have turned orange. Oh god. Oh boy. Look out! Oh, damn it. I forgot about the traps. Okay. No. Oh god. Who knows where that thing could have gone now? Why is it red now? Oh, I guess. Got him. And that's one Barioth. Oh yeah, that's the look I like to see. Look at the skill says critical draw, quick sheath, and critical eye. With quick sheath also very good for long swords. This is the next look I want right here. Alright, so that was your episode. So that was your dragon content right there from Monster Hunter. We did a couple of Fang beasts, Volvodon, Bishanten, and a couple of wyverns, Viserios, and Barioth. Those are cool too. Next episode is gonna be really cool when we get into Magnum Malo, And Magnamalo, let me just say he is, you'll see why he's the Shogun's dragon, if you know which YouTuber I'm talking about. We might do a couple of Rampage quests as well. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. Like the video if you want, subscribe if you wish, and until next time everyone, have a nice day.